Thank you for joining Urban Yoga Foundation, Rise and Shine. I'm Boo, and thank you for joining me. I'm just finishing connecting on my laptop. There we go, it's looking to this. So the focus of today's class will be, we're hitting the second half of the year. We're in July, right? Beautiful July. And we're going to be entering into the second quarter, the second half of the year. And as we enter this second half of the year, I invite you to find a comfortable seat, grounding your sitting bones and elevating your spine, and then bringing to mind, what were your intentions 6 months ago? And breathe into that. And what has blossomed and what still needs nourishing? What seeds did you plant in the garden of your mind at the beginning of the year? We nourished them through spring, and now they should be blossoming in summer. What has blossomed and what has not? So notice where your breath is hitting you. Are you breathing into your chest? Are you breathing into your belly? Our breath is our source of life. It's our first form of nourishment and our first form of cleansing. And our breath, along with our heartbeat, right? Bring your left hand to your heartbeat to honor your heartbeat. Bring your right hand to your belly to breathe into that big belly breath. And these two functions in the body, the breath and the heartbeat, unite our spiritual being with our physical being, allowing us to have a human experience in this body. So as you bring mind to what your intentions were, embrace your breath, which controls everything we do, say, eat. It influences everything that we do. Because if we breathe into our upper area, it tells our body that we're anxious. And then that sends signals to our gut. And we release the hormones of anxiety, fight or flight. We need comfort. We need fast foods. We might need to run. But if we can breathe into the belly, it helps tap into our parasympathetic nervous system. Relaxing the tongue, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the space between the eyebrows, softening the space between the ears, finding comfort in stillness as you commit to the next 40 minutes of self-care, self-advocacy. Thank yourself for showing up. And find comfort just for a few more breaths in stillness, in being present with what's coming up for you. Really being a witness to your internal universe, releasing expectation, connecting with acceptance and gratitude. I invite you now to bring your right and your left energies together at your heart center. Relax your shoulders down your back as you press into these right and left energies, our masculine and feminine. These energies crisscross through our body at our different energy centers. And bringing our hands together really connects them. Breathe into that. And now inhale that energy up to the sky, reaching the hands up high on the inhale. And as you exhale, drawing the shoulders down the back. And as you inhale, find that length. The exhale softens the shoulders. So we're rooting down as we rise up. We're feeling the blood in our hands, in our arms, change direction. This little action alone affects and raises our heartbeat, changes our energy. I invite you to take a gaze up and imagine a rainbow at the tip of your fingers, your rainbow of life. A beautiful rainbow with all its colors. And the next time you see a rainbow physically, see it as the earth smiling back at you with your energies, your auras, reflecting all the chakras of the body. So envisage now a rainbow of life, your rainbow, your body in perfect balance, seeing all the colors of your energy centers as you feel your blood coming down your hands. One more deep inhale, and on the exhale, rotate the palms facing out and follow the arc of that rainbow, excuse me, until the hands are parallel to the earth. Reaching the fingers long, feeling the weight of the hands. Relaxing the tongue, relaxing the jaw. Relaxing the space between the eyebrows, softening the space between the ears as you be present with your heartbeat and your breath. Really reaching with the fingertips, feeling the weight of the hands, finding comfort in discomfort, knowing this too shall pass. In the hands parallel to the earth, reaching the fingers long, take one more deep inhale. And on the exhale, cactusing the forearms. Keeping the elbows parallel to the earth. Take the back of the hands back. The elbows minutely forward. Feel that adjustment as it opens the heart. Stimulates our lymphatic system right now, right? The arms are starting to fire, starting to feel heavy. You're building the heat just by doing this simple movement. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, draw your elbows to the center line of your body, leading with the elbows, letting the hands lean back just a little bit. Raise the elbows a little higher if you can. And as the elbows touch the forearms, the heels of the wrists, the palms, the fingertips, bring the thumbs to the center of your brow, connecting with your intuition. So we're connecting our right and left energies with our third eye, our intuition. This motion of connecting to the brow taps into the parasympathetic nervous system. It allows us to go internal. Breathe into that. Where are your intentions? Be with that. Be with your practice. Be with your breath. And pressing the right and left energies together, start to draw the elbows down towards the earth. Really pressing and pausing now at our throat chakra. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. And we're honoring our ability to speak our truth. Honoring our ability to speak our truth even when it's not convenient. Honor your ability to speak your truth for others who don't have a voice, even when it's not convenient. Honor that ability of your throat chakra. And if you have a hard time speaking your truth, speaking up for yourself, self-care, self-love, self-advocacy, then work on your throat area and see if you can remove the obstacles. Pressing the right and the left energies down, let's meet at the heart center with our hands. Honoring our ability to love unconditionally ourselves, self-care, self-love, self-advocacy, as we set ourselves up for this week. Can we lead with a foundation of love? Honoring our ability to love others, even when it's not convenient. To lead with love in the face of adversity. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, bow your intuition down to your heart center and seal your intentions, whether it's just for this practice, the day, the rest of the year, your life, your practice, your way. Connecting your intuition with a foundation of heartfelt energy. And now take a deep breath and pressing your right and left energies together. Inhale that up to the sky and release attachment to the outcome. We've set the intention and now we release attachment as the journey continues. We have no control. Take a deep inhale and on the exhale, take a half twist to the right and bring that right hand down behind you. Bring the left hand to the outside edge of your right knee. Take a deep inhale to find length in your spine. And as you exhale, rotate the rib cage, the shoulders, and maybe the gaze over to the right. The inhale finds length in the spine, and the exhale rotates a little deeper. The inhale finding length, and the exhale twisting a little deeper. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the tongue, softening that space between the eyebrows. Leaving the left hand where it is. On the next inhale, raise that right hand high up in the sky. Through that rainbow of life, see all the colors of your aura, all your energy. Be with your practice and bring that right hand down to the outside edge of your left thigh. Tilt the pelvis up, drop the chin to the chest and hollow out your spine, taking the navel to the spine. Really breathing into your lower abdomen area, breathing into your sacral area at the back of your, along your spine. Really tilting up in that pelvis, dropping in the chin. You drop the chin, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the tongue. One more deep inhale. And on the exhale, coming up to a neutral position. Take a deep inhale and gently bend your elbows. Give yourself a hug. And tell yourself how much you love yourself. And really mean it. Lift the corners of your mouth. What does it feel like to tell yourself you love yourself? We look externally for love. We often look externally for love. when really everything comes from within us. And so fill your basket with love, self-care, self-advocacy, because we cannot give from an empty basket. Inhale that up to the sky and release attachment to the outcome. Circle the arms all the way down. Bring them down to the earth behind you, leaning back into the hands. Notice how your legs are crossed. Reach them out long and cross them in the opposite direction. Coming back into your seat. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Reaching high. And on the exhale, take a half twist now to the left, bringing that left hand down behind you and the right hand to the outside of the left knee now. Inhaling finds length in the spine, and exhaling, twist the torso, the rib cage, the shoulders, and maybe the gaze over to the left. Being gentle, being kind. The inhale finding length, the exhale going a little deeper, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the tongue, softening that space between the eyebrows. Where is your breath? Where is your heartbeat? Where is your presence with your practice? The inhale finding length, and the exhale twisting a little deeper. Leaving that right hand where it is. Inhale that left hand high up in the sky. Through that rainbow of light, seeing all your auras, being present with your practice, bringing it down to the outside edge of the right thigh. The tailbone tilts up, the chin drops to the chest, and the spine opens up. And this time, let your heart shine to your spine as you really focus your energy on your upper back area, opening up your heart. Let your heart shine to your spine, dropping your chin, opening up the back of the neck, breathing into your upper vertebrae. Softly, gently. One more deep inhale. And exhale, and inhale, coming up to a neutral spine, keeping the arms crossed, reach the fingers long. And I invite you now to bend your elbows and hug yourself in the opposite direction. And this time, if you feel you were able to fill yourself with love, I invite you to bring up a challenge, or maybe bring up something that didn't blossom for you. What is the obstacle? What is the challenge? Is it a situation? Is it a person? Is it something that's going on? Breathe into it and breathe love into it. How does it look? How does it feel when you see it blossom? Raise the corners of your mouth. Breathe into that challenge that you may overcome it, or work around it, or change direction. Whatever you need, listen to that. Send it love, send it kindness. One more deep inhale. And exhale. And inhale that up to the sky and release attachment to the outcome. And as we exhale, rain the hands down in front of you, bringing weight into the hands. And if you can, coming to the knees and finding a comfortable tabletop. Be kind to your knees. I use extra padding on my knees. So be kind to your knees before you hurt them. Don't wait to hurt them and then use the padding. So finding a comfortable tabletop. Let's just take our hips back to our hip heels right now as we stretch our hands long. Take a long child's pose and bring your head to the earth or to a block or to a cushion. And this position, this passive position, taps into our parasympathetic nervous system again, bringing the head below the heart, tells us we're safe. So whether you're sitting in a chair or you're on the floor, just folding over and dropping your head below your heart helps to tell the body we're safe. And do this at any time in your practice, any time in your day. Reaching long. And then draw the hands back to a tabletop as we come up into a tabletop. The knees are under the hips. The wrists are under the shoulders. And I invite you just to drop your head and then gently circle it to the right. And look over your right shoulder gently. And then drop the head again and semicircle it up to the left. And look over that left shoulder and drop the head again. And semicircle it up to the right. And this time, take the gaze up and tilt the pelvis up as you take the gaze up to the sky. And then dropping it over to the left. Tilt your spine down and let your spine hollow out as you press the earth away from you. Taking a cat, like pressing the earth away, pressing into the tops of the feet so that you're not putting pressure on the knees. And then release the pressure of the press, finding a neutral spine. Semicircle back up to the left now, going in the opposite direction. And then tuck the tailbone up to the sky. And take the gaze up to the sky as we find a happy cow. And circle it around to the right and drop it down. And now I invite you to mix, let your spine dance as you look to the right or you look to the left, you go up, you go down. Your cat-cow, your spine, maybe the shoulders go alternate. Just let your spine move and dance automatically without telling it what to do. Your head can go in one direction, your shoulders, your hips can go in another. You could be a snake, you could be a cat or a cow. How many animals can you embrace? And taking the heels back, the hips back to the heels. Reach the hands long and drop the forehead to the earth. Take a deep inhale here. And then walking the fingers forward and bringing weight into the forearms and the hands. Take the hips up high and keep the chin and the chest low. And come into what we call a puppy pose. So spreading the fingers wide. Your chin is between your forearms, your chest is low. Take your gaze up and bring a smile to your face like you're a puppy. Maybe shake your tushy like a puppy would, getting ready to bounce, or a little kitten. And then sliding your heart forward, sliding your chest forward, bring weight into your forearms, and then the weight comes off the forearms and into the hands as you lengthen out into a baby cobra. Fishtailing your feet now, engaging the glutes, and lifting your heart off the earth, taking your gaze in front of you. Can you lift your hands off the earth and still connect with your breath, still connect with your heartbeat? And then bring the hands either side of the heart. Squeezing the feet together, the legs long. Start to press the earth away from you as you peel your heart off the earth and open it up. Maybe the arms lengthen, maybe they don't. Your practice, your way. Take your gaze up to the sky as you wake up your lower back, breathing into that area, smiling up at the sky. And then drop the chin to the chest and semicircle your gaze up to the right and take a deep gaze now over your right shoulder, pressing evenly through the left. And drop the chin, semicircling back down. And take a gaze over the left shoulder now, as deeply as you can. Maybe you see your feet. And then while we're over the left shoulder, just take the gaze up to the sky and really feel that deep stretch in the lower back. Curl the toes, lift the hips, drop the head, and come through a tabletop and into a downward facing dog as you start to pedal the feet, walking your dog, pressing the earth away from you as we wake up the back of the legs in our downward facing dog. Find an even position with your feet. Bend your knees, take your heart to your thighs, and find length in your spine. And then keeping that length in your spine, exhale the heels to the earth. And then inhale the right foot high up in the sky, keeping the hips and the shoulders as evenly aligned as possible. Take that right foot as high up as you can and drop the left foot. Exhale the right knee to the nose, engaging your abs, pressing the earth away from you. And inhale the foot back up high up in the sky. Really dropping that left heel as you raise that right leg. And this time, exhale the right foot between the hands and release that left knee to the earth. Uncurl those left toes. Your right knee should be aligned over your ankle. If your knee is not over your ankle, inch your foot forward. Have a little railroad track between the feet so that you've got an even balance between your feet. Your hands at this point are either side of the foot, pressing the earth away from you. And as you press into the earth, sink your hips a little deeper. Be with your breath, be with your heartbeat. Weight in the top of the back foot, so that there's not too much pressure on that knee. Weight in the front foot, giving you energy, giving you grounding. If you really feel stable here now, coming to the fingertips, and then bringing those fingertips to the knees, still keeping the chest close to the thigh, dropping the hips even more. And when you're comfortable here, pressing through the top of that back foot, drop the hips and straighten the arms. Your practice, your way, the arms don't have to go completely straight. Pressing into the knee gently to find that length, to find that deepness in your arch. And then I invite you to raise one hand at a time. So your outside arm, the right arm, you reach it back and open it up, pressing into those feet for stability, rising up through the hand for length. And if you're comfortable here, raise the other hand up. Really breathing into that, finding your alignment, opening up your energy centers, opening up your intuition, opening up your throat, your heart. Being with your practice. One more deep inhale, and on the exhale, exhale both hands to the inside of that front foot. excuse me, and drop down if you can, to your forearms. So you may need a block or a cushion. Can you find your forearms? I just twisted a little bit so that you can get a better view of what I'm doing. So I'm just checking my alignment here. But bringing weight into your forearm and grounding down through that top foot so that there's not too much weight on the knee, and pressing in through the inside edge of the front foot so that you've got full energy in this foot. And yogi's choice, you can curl the back toes and lift that back knee off the earth. Yogi's choice. And then just find the comfort in the discomfort, knowing that this too shall pass. We never find permanent comfort in discomfort. We move away from that. But we know that we're going to be challenged. Life is full of challenges. The rain will always come. The sunshine will always come. Can we work through it? Be with your practice. Be with your breath. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, coming to the hands, and then reaching for the knee and just opening up that knee now to the outside edge of that right foot and leaning into that a little bit and taking a gentle twist. I'm really feeling that stretch along the IT band there. And really rotate if you can, bringing weight into that shoulder, aligning your shoulder over your wrist, finding a nice twist there. And coming back into the foot, bring the hands either side of the foot, bring weight into that back knee and straighten that front foot. Flex those toes to the nose. And feel the stretch in the calf. Surrendering as you fold over. Surrendering and releasing. Now curl the back toe, bring the weight into the front of the foot. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee and step the front foot to meet the back. Bring knees, chest and chin to the earth and coming forward through a baby cobra, pressing up through an upward facing dog. Curling the toes, coming through a tabletop and down to a downward facing dog and pedaling out the feet. Pressing the earth away from you, finding length in the spine, being with your practice, being with your breath, being with your heart. One more deep inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, raise that left leg now high up in the sky, dropping that right heel as much as you can. Inhaling the left leg high up in the sky, pressing evenly through both hands. One more deep inhale and exhale that knee to the nose. And inhale back up high up in the sky, really dropping that right heel as you take the foot high up in the sky. One more deep inhale and exhale that left foot between the hands. Release the right knee, uncurl the back toes and sink the hips to the front of the mat. Really pressing the earth away. Make sure you have a railroad between your feet, so a nice even gap between the feet there. Pressing in the hands as you lower the hips. That's how we find deepness in the hips, right? We press the earth away from us and that gives us space to sink a little deeper. And here we're stretching our right psoas. We're pinching our left lymphatic system. If you're comfortable here, coming to the fingertips now and bring the hands to the knees, sinking the hips a little deeper. And then gently straightening the arms. Really opening up this psoas. Opening up the heart, opening up the throat, opening up your intuition. Pressing down, rooting down to rise up and open up. And raising the outside hand first, the left hand. Pick it up and open it up. Pressing down through your feet and maybe raise the other hand up. Opening up. Breathing in, being with your breath, being with your heartbeat, being with your practice. One more deep inhale. And exhale, both hands to the inside of that left foot. And find the forearms if you can. Maybe you use a cushion. Maybe you use a block. Bring weight into the top of that back foot so that you don't have too much weight on the knee. Be sure that all the edges of the front foot are evenly pressing into the ground as you really pinch the left lymphatic system now. And we're still stretching this right psoas. Yogi's choice, curl the toes, reaching that heel back, really opening up a little bit deeper. Breathing into that, being with your practice. Where are your intentions in the face of challenge? How will you work through your challenges if they steal your peace? Make peace with challenge, knowing it shall pass. Do not let anything change your inner peace. Do not let anything challenge your inner peace. Raise the corners of your mouth and smile. Release that knee if you have it up, uncurl those toes, coming up to the fingertips. And bring the left hand to the knee and find the outside edge of that left foot as you really push into that IT band. Really breathing into that. And then bringing the hands either side, bring weight back into the right knee, the right top of the foot, and start to press the earth away from you as you flex those left toes to the nose and fold over and surrender. Breathing into that. The release. This too pass. Where's your heartbeat? Where's your breath? Coming back into the front foot. Curl the back toes. Lift the back knees. Step back. Front foot to meet the back. Find knees, chest and chin. Through a baby cobra to an upward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Shine your heart, shine your intuition up to the sky. And push back now through a tabletop and bring the heels, the hips to the heels. And take a long child's pose. Bring in the intuition to the earth. And then slowly rolling up, vertebrae by vertebrae. And circling the arms behind you. I'm just going to move more center here. Circling the arms behind you. Join the fingertips, interlace the fingertips. And then connect the palms. And then connect the heels of the hands. Making a kind of a fist with the hands, right? Clenched fist. And now from this position, open the shoulders, open the heart, open your throat. And then, if it's available to you, lengthen the arms. But do not compromise your open shoulders. Do not compromise opening the fist. The fist is the practice. And the lengthening the arms just helps you go a little deeper Opening up the shoulders, opening up the heart, feeling the release. Feel the back opening up. And bringing the chin back to neutral, circle the arms down and take the hips to one side and reach the legs long and shaking the knees, shaking the legs, shake everything out. Shake your shoulders, shake your hands, and then other side. Inhale the hands up to the sky. Bring the palms through heart center and bow forward. Flex your toes to your nose and keep your spine as long as you can as you bow forward. And when you've gone as far as you can in the rotation of your hips, release the hands to the earth. And if you want to find your feet, I invite you to find the outside edge of your feet, but please do not compromise the length in your legs. Maintain the length in your legs and maybe find your calves. Maybe you find your knees. Your practice with full acceptance and no judgment. And then folding over, dropping the head and releasing, surrendering. Letting the heart shine to the spine. Being with your breath, being with your practice. Slowly rolling up, vertebrae by vertebrae. And bring the hands behind you. And then slowly lowering down into the forearms. And opening up the heart. One more time, opening up the throat. Take 2 breaths here. And then bringing the head to a neutral position. Release one hand at a time as you lower your one shoulder at a time and your spine to the earth. And we set up for Shavasana. So let us just rock the feet from side to side like windshield wipers. And then rock the head no in the opposite direction that the feet are going. Taking a deep inhale and a longer exhale, and then grounding the heels into the earth. Point and flex the toes so that you rock on your heels. And then nod the head yes, so that your whole body moves with this rocking. And then rock the hips from side to side. Hug the knees into the spine, into the torso, as your spine connects with the earth. So hugging the knees one more time. Tell yourself how much you love yourself. And let the legs go out long, let everything go out long. And surrender. This complete surrender with gratitude. Just connecting with your breath, connecting with your heartbeat. Let everything else go. Softening the jaw, softening the tongue, softening the space between the eyebrows. We've set the intentions. We've removed some energy pathways, some obstacles, and now we surrender to the divine as we are directed on our journey to fulfill our intentions so that they may blossom into all that we're meant to be. Just being with your breath. being with your practice. Complete surrender. And you can stay in Shavasana if you would like to. There's a meditation class right after this. You could stay in Shavasana and then just come out and sign into the meditation class. Or I'm going to bring you back into consciousness, conscious awareness. So start to wiggle your fingertips, wiggle your toes. Take a mental image of how you feel right now. This is you, authentically you. When you've surrendered, right? We've removed all the masks. We've opened up our energy centers. Witness yourself as you are. Take a deep stretch in any direction that you feel you need. And when you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. And tell yourself one more time how much you love yourself, how much you appreciate yourself, how grateful you are for everything that has gotten you to this position in life. And how grateful you are for this self-care, this self-practice that you've just given yourself. Slowly pushing up into a comfortable seated position. And this quote is actually from earlier in the year that I put together that I want to leave you with, because as we revisit the second half of the year, may the seeds you plant in the garden of your mind flourish to nourish the seat of your soul. May the seeds you plant in the garden of your mind flourish to nourish the seat of your soul. My name is Boo, and you joined Urban Yoga Foundation for Rise and Shine. I hope you all have a beautiful week. Thank you so much for joining. Let me